We have a really fun fashion flair shoot planned. For me, when I'm photographing a couple, an engagement session or a couple, I like to tell a story. I like to do something a little more. And so we've got something dramatic going on back here. We'll talk about it a little more later, so we're good with that. When I do a shoot, I like to talk to my couple. I like to ask them about what they're passionate about, how they met, tell me about their relationship. Really just try to come up with something more conceptual, because they can go anywhere for their headshot. If they just need a shot to go in the newspaper for their engagement announcement, there's other photographers to do that. But if they want an experience, if they want a piece of art, if they want something that's storytelling, they come to me. And my job is to create something for them, really just creates a buzz to share with people. If it's an engagement session, they might put it on their bridal website. They might put it on an engagement announcement or a wedding announcement. They might put it in a guest book that people sign. They might put a collection on the wall. But I've got to have a story, and I've got to have something that catches the eye. So today we came up with the idea of doing Little Red Riding Hood. And to put together a shoot, I'm thinking as a fashion photographer. So you have all these different elements. I have lighting, I have posing, I have props, I have wardrobe, I have hair and makeup, I have location, I have all of these different elements that come together to make a fashion flair shoot. It takes it beyond a portrait where it's a headshot, and it makes it an experience, it makes it that piece of art. For hair and makeup, when I'm looking for a hairstylist or makeup artist, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant. A lot of times I'm just trying to tell the story a little bit better. In this instance, I just said she has beautiful eyes, beautiful lips, let's just accent that, let's bring out the eyes. When I'm looking for a hairstylist, makeup artist, I've worked with local salons. I've gone out, and a lot of people want to do cool shoots like this. They want to do a shoot where it's, you know, telling a story, where it feels more like fashion photography. So I've worked with people from local salons. I've gone to cosmetology schools. I found hair and makeup artists on Model Mayhem, which is a social network for hairstylists, makeup artists, models, photographers. So I found people there. Really, there's a lot of people that want to work on shoots like this, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. Because when you're building your creative team, when you're building people that are working with you on a shoot, it's really important that you guys can all be on the same wavelength. It makes it easier, and it helps you really produce art together. Also, if you're on a budget, if you're telling somebody how cool the shoot is, it can be a portfolio piece. You can say, listen, you know, this is just something for both of our books. It's something to promote each other, so let's work on it pro bono together, and we'll do it for free. So that's how I built my portfolio. I encourage you to do shoots like this, even if it's not meant to be, you know, something you do for every shoot. It's great to have in your portfolio to show people what you're capable of. The next element of this entire shoot, after the location and the clothing and the hair and makeup, the next thing is props. Sometimes a great prop can make an entire shoot. I've worked with really cool cyber goggles before and steampunk pieces, and just those props alone can make the shoot. But for me here, because I'm telling a story, I want pieces that tell the story better. So in this instance, you know, I told you we have these props, the clothing, the wardrobe, but we also have a basket, a picnic basket, because that's Little Red Riding Hood. We also have an adorable husky that's going to pose as our big bad wolf in this story. So props really just help you tell your story better, and it just gives you more to work with. When people have props to interact with, it makes it easier. Something for them to lean on, something for them to hold. It just gives a more natural feel because they're interacting with something. The last element of all this that adds to my fashion flair shoot for me is the posing. There's something that's kind of expected with traditional portrait photography. There's certain ways that people turn their heads and lean together. I'm really just going for drama and storytelling. What I do personally is I do research. I look online, I look for a whole bunch of photos that are similar to the story or similar to the body or to what the couple looks like, and I save them to my iPad or to my iPhone, or I save them someplace and use them as a reference. I even will ask my bride and groom or the couple, whoever I'm working with, to send me pictures that they like, so I get an idea of what they're comfortable with. They send me a lot of really intimate pictures, a lot of kissing, a lot of holding. I know they want shots like that. Really, I bring inspiration, I reference it during my shoot. Same thing on wedding shoots. I actually have an app where I created this app, and it's pictures of bride and groom. So on the wedding day, I'm stressed out, I can't remember everything, you know, I don't have much time. I can just flip through the 5 favorites that they picked or the 10 favorites and have it referenced right there. So posing, for me, I just try to go beyond what's expected, beyond what's typical, and do something that's a little more interesting, a little more intimate, or tells the story. So I'm going to take all those elements. I have the location, the clothing, the hair and makeup, the props, and the posing, and now we're going to go tell our story of Little Red Riding Hood. All right, guys, here we go.